So hair is giving flash dance today, 1980s flash dance. She's a maniac. And the sun is out for the first time as I'm filming, and this is the only time I have to film. I'm so tired. I am exhausted. Hey y'all, it's Harriyanna and I'm back with another video. Hello, my name is Harriyanna and I apologize if the sun is bothering you. I can't film any other time today. This is the only time I had time. Give me a break. I've been through a lot. But hello, my name is Harriyanna and I like to make content based... Oh Jesus. There's nothing I can do about this. If I sit closer to the screen, I'm honestly getting mad. Like, there's nothing I can do about this. Okay, if you can't see me, I'm sorry. I truly apologize. I was even trying to do something with my purple lights up here. I can't do nothing. Hello, my name is Harriyanna and I like to make content based off nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces, okay? So today I am going to be talking about this thing, okay? I'm sorry y'all, I'm just really irritated right now, okay? Y'all complain about my setup all the time and now I'm complaining about my setup because I'm so used to filming when either the sun went down or it's cloudy outside, but I legit can't do it any other time today. I'm tired of being an adult. This sucks. I really do want to get on here and get this done because your girl ad revenue looks so bad right now. But yeah, like what made me want to watch the video was the comments on this video that I was watching, okay? I'm gonna sit here and insert a clip of this video right here for you.
You know, I'm insecure a lot of times, but I've always loved my backside and my curves and who I am as a woman. And and I think it's so special and important for women to admire themselves and to believe in who they are and not really wait for the world to tell them that they're beautiful and special.
How did you get that? Absolutely, like.
I love Chloe Bailey, by the way, y'all. I'm so sorry. I gotta read directly. I apologize. It's just hard right now. Anyway, let's continue. I love Chloe Bailey and I think her and her sister are so talented, and basically I kind of like started acting nasty around the same time they did. We the same age, so anyway. And I felt like I was growing up with Chloe and Halle because I watched them so much for so long, but the comment section did not pass the vibe check on that video, okay? So much of the comment section was just people, and I assumed that these were black people, but then by the way some of the other things were sounding, they sounded like non-black people too. The way people was just talking shit on Chloe, it just didn't sit too well for me. Like I said, the comment section did not pass the vibe check, okay? And it reminded me of this tweet that I had put out like some time ago, like a few months back. And it said, stop taking your dislike for black women out on fictional characters. So then I looked at that comment section on my video that I made about like animated husbands have like ugly character designs and things like that so many people took to heart. Y'all really are getting butthurt over Homer Simpson. Really? Do better, okay? Like, mind you that I never called men ugly, like in real life men ugly in that video, but people just wanted to put words in my mouth and tell me what I did say. So, then I remember all that drama that went down like a year or two ago within the Descendants fandom regarding Audrey and Uma, the black girls of the film, and then it just hit me. Y'all really do not like black women. Y'all don't like real black women, y'all don't like animated black women, and y'all don't like live action fictional black women, okay? Y'all just don't like black women, and I'm gonna sit here and explain to you guys why I think y'all don't, okay? But before we even get started, merch, I have new merch. This isn't out yet, by the way, but if you like Miraculous Ladybug, which we will talk about later in today's video, I have made this really cute hoodie, and guess what? It has Bugaboo on the hood too. I did that myself, okay? I did all of that. Messed up my hair in the process of doing that. Aside from adding a new hoodie, I have a whole bunch of other stuff that I have added to, but I'm not gonna sit here and add everything. Do you like My Hero Academia? Are you Baku Squad or are you Deku Squad? Well, either way, but boom, I got My Hero necklaces. Ain't that super cute? That is the cutest thing ever, okay? Like, y'all, I really did that. I really freaking did that. Isn't that the cutest thing ever, okay? On Black Friday sale, when it comes November 25th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can purchase these new products. Okay, done with the self-promotion. Let's go back and get back into today's video. Y'all, it is so hard for me to film today. I'm telling y'all, grief really takes a toll on your body. Anyway, let's continue. So like I said, y'all just don't like black women, and I'm just gonna sit here and try to figure out why y'all don't. Let's go. So the first section of this video is just gonna be about the music girls and like the influencer girls. And I say the influencers and like the music girls, I put them in the same category because it's just a very similar situation. So the music girls and influencer girls, whenever I see Twitter going off about these people, and Twitter sucks by the way, I really only made one for business purposes. I really don't like the site whatsoever. It's hell, okay? So I would see people talking about black female artists in a negative light, or black influencers, female influencers in a negative light, because black male influencers, I notice in particular, don't get the same amount of smoke as black female influencers do when they mess up. So that's just something to keep in check, and specifically with Dave Chappelle right now, where I see so many people are defending him for his actions and he is wrong as hell. No, okay? But like I said, they talk negatively on female artists and female influencers, and this really isn't about the ones who deserve it. Like, I don't care when people talk shit about Summer Walker, I don't care when people talk shit about Nicki Minaj, and I don't care when people talk shit about the City Girls, and I'm not naming no influencers because I don't need y'all trying to run back and tell the influencer what I said, okay? But I see those type of people and they get dragged for their actions, as they should. They were wrong for what they did. They should get dragged, okay? But like, that's not the point. This usually applies to artists that really aren't all that problematic for the most part, like Normani and Chloe and Halle, Tiana Taylor and Lizzo. So when the discourse starts up with black Twitter talking shit, because that's usually how these situations always go, black people on Twitter are just running their mouths about whatever, okay? Black community does spew a lot of misogynoir, like just being real, just being transparent. Y'all know I stand up for black people all the time, but when y'all start doing shit like this, I'm like, no. And that just goes to show how so many people just don't like successful black women, or they don't like black women just doing better than them in general. And that's just on both sides. This is inside the black community and outside the black community, okay? Now, here I want to bring up the situation that's with Jada Cheaves.
Hold on, what y'all doing over there? What you want? Y'all sitting down and getting bored vibes. We trying to turn up. If you don't got a drink in your hand,
I don't follow her. I don't really keep up with her, but how I ended up finding out about this situation is because I saw some people that I follow on Twitter talking about it, and it annoyed me, so I'm gonna sit here and talk about it, okay? When I saw people, mainly black women, for saying that Jada was over here copying the Kardashians.
I'm wearing the sculpting bodysuit in onyx. It makes me feel confident.
And next thing I know, white people were jumping in to drag Jada for copying the Kardashians, okay? And y'all already know how I feel when y'all put black women against the Kardashians. I don't like the Kardashians. Everyone knows this. The Kardashians they don't compete with black women, okay? You do not compete or you don't compare Kardashians. Y'all don't, okay?
Bitches must really don't understand that you cannot compete where you don't compare.
So I did take a look at the Kardashian brand. The brand is called Skims. This is the brand that everybody said that Jada was copying from. So here we are, y'all. This is the last time you will ever see a Kardashian on my channel. No, I didn't even want to put this in here, but here. Okay. So on the left we have Skims, which is Kim Kardashian's brand, and on the right we have Wait a Minute, which is Jada Cheeves' brand. As you can see, they look similar, but everybody sell clothes that look like this. Like, this is not original. And I'm not saying this is not original as to be mean. I'm just saying that everyone does kind of like the same thing. It's just how you sell it. Because people can say the same thing about my products too, that they look similar to other people's. It's just what you bring to the table. And there's a bunch of white-owned businesses out here with clothes that look like that, okay? Kim Kardashian ain't doing nothing original, okay? But a lot of these black-owned businesses ain't doing nothing original either, but they doing the same thing as white people do. But then, you know, they get dragged for doing the same thing too. It's just frustrating, okay? There's a bunch of white-owned businesses with clothes that look like that, but y'all choose to drag a black woman down, okay? That's what I just didn't get with that. And this really isn't about the quality of the clothing or anything like that. This is just before, like, people actually did get the products. But y'all, so many designers out here have pieces like that. Like, if you even look at Saint Laurent and Giorgio Armani and freaking, you know, Marc Jacobs and whatever, a lot of them have very basic pieces that look like this. None of this is original. It ain't no different, okay? So why is it when non-black people see black people speak on other black people in this manner, they see this as like an invitation to be racist? And know your place, okay? They see it as an invitation to hop in, and then they think because, oh, these people are speaking negatively about their people, that means I can hop in and do the same thing. And no, okay? They see people that they are speaking so lowly of them, that means that they think they can come in and be worse. And so many of y'all think y'all can speak to black women just any kind of way. And this is just something that I've always noticed throughout history. Many people are made to believe that black women are not equal to them and they can speak poorly of them. And when a lot of black women are doing it, like, it's specifically, I see when this happens is when they see black women are doing better than them, or they see a black woman doing something that they're not doing but they always wanted to, okay? I really noticed that the first instance of this when I've looked at history is that I noticed this happened with Madam C.J. Walker. I thought that was very interesting for the most part, okay?
Last time that I saw you, it was heaven. You said that you got off around 7. I guess that I'm just a fool. The marks on your face leaves me to stomp and pace. I don't know where you've been and why your hair is.
I know you're tired of having crusty ass lips. Wearing a mask all the time gives you no excuse. Head over to harriyannahook.com. Oh, you don't want that? Well, she has a bunch of other things to choose from. Don't worry. Pick yourself up something super cute because you're like super cute and stuff.
So people just can't stand it when black women are doing good. People can't stand it when they see black women are doing better than them. That's just like the gist of that right there. And now we're gonna hop into the animation section of this analysis right here. Now I have two shows that I'm going to use as an example, one being the Boondocks for the adult animation aspect of it, and the other being Miraculous Ladybug. Shocker, or surprise? No. Okay, so the Boondocks is basically a series that airs on Adult Swim. It's just a commentary on the black community, and In my opinion, I think this show is from the black male perspective. Let's just say it's from the black male perspective, because it's always rubbed me a wrong way how this show barely has like any kind of like black women in it. And the closest thing we have to like a recurring black girl on the show, because as the Boondocks does focus on kids heavily, is Jasmine. And Jasmine is half black. She is mixed. Jasmine don't look like me, okay? She don't look like me. Are we shocked? No. But it's just really disturbing to me how most of the time when we did see a black woman on the Boondocks, she was just portrayed very poorly. And here is some commentary that I ended up finding from like the team behind the Boondocks. And I just want you guys to take a listen to this, because it's very, it's not a good look for y'all.
She was. Yeah, I wish she was. Well, it's kind of like when I get the criticism, why aren't there any black women in the show? And I always tell black women, well, you don't really want them there.
No, fuck no.
We not gonna be nice. We not right. You don't really want to be in the show.
None of us would get any pussy if they were black women of the show. No, I know I would.
Only person to discover their roots, you know.
Because if you think black men don't have a sense of humor, woo, shit. Just think, instead of saying nigga, we said bitch.
Oh man.
I don't follow you.
But it's like the nigga moment. Like everyone, you know, we caught a lot of flack for, you know what I'm saying, the, you know, showing niggas respond in situations like that. But the truth is,
there are black people.
But then you get
right
that,
now, while we're doing this, there are black people in front of a liquor store fighting.
Right
as
now.
we speak. It's on the first 48.
Over 25 cents.
Oh, right. And they're fighting.
Over a quarter.
Right. Yeah. And they're fighting. Somebody may die. But see, to talk about that isn't positive. You shouldn't. We're supposed to ignore that.
We're supposed to call them African kings.
Yeah.
Right.
These two African kings.
It's a positive.
Shot each other over a nickel.
Right. With 40 ounces in their hand.
What I got from that is that, like, y'all just didn't really know what to do with black women in this series, and it showed, okay, without making fun of them, because anytime we saw a black woman, she was basically being belittled, or she was extremely over sexualized, where she didn't even feel like a person. She just felt like an object.
Hey, bitch, what the fuck is you doing in here? Can't you see the homies is talking? This is homie talk happening. How you just gonna walk in on the homie talk, bitch?
Man, y'all hoes is trouble.
Nigga, you've been begging me to come over here for a month.
You know what? Y'all hoes can get the fuck up out of here.
What we do?
Man, just beat it. It's homie time right now.
Which was disturbing, okay? And what do you know, that is true, okay? They said the reason they didn't really put the Boondocks, black women in the Boondocks, is because they didn't really know much of what they could do with them, as they were over here making fun of black men, but then they also show positive black men too. I just don't get why they couldn't do the same for black women. If you were gonna make fun of black women in the Boondocks, you also could have had them portrayed in positive light. That's all I'm saying, okay? It's a black show. Y'all can do that. Like, I just felt like it wasn't thought out clearly, in my opinion, as the show really just kind of, you can tell that their audience that they were going for was black men. But I know so many black women that love the Boondocks, and I actually am very looking forward to the reboot. Hopefully we get better black women representation here, or black women that stay around a little bit longer. I'm just very curious to see how it's gonna go. So moving on from the Boondocks, we need to talk about Miraculous Ladybug, okay? As I've mentioned here with the Boondocks, it kind of goes into this where people just don't know how to write black women. Miraculous Ladybug suffers poorly from this. They suffer really, really bad from this. And in particular, it really just happens badly with this character named Alia. And Alia is another Jasmine. She's mixed, okay? She's half black, half whatever.
My Kwame, I know you're what gives superheroes their superpowers, right? Not bad. She's an expert. Mind blown. By the way, how old are you? Do you have any idea about Cat Noir's true identity? There's no way.
Stay focused, Alia.
Alia's daddy is not black. That man kind of don't look white either, but that man's not black. So Alia is biracial like Jasmine. But like I said, she's the closest thing we got to a black girl on the show full time, because we did get another black girl for like 50 minutes one time named Aeon, and she wasn't even really a girl. She was a robot, so that was hurtful. We thought we got a black girl with an afro and dark skin, and she turned out not to be real. I swear, Thomas is a menace to society, okay? Menace to society, okay? She was a robot, and the worst thing about it is when she turned into a robot is that she turned white. Like, her skin turned white. And I was like, dang, she can't even fight crime in dark skin. Okay. But both Alia and Aeon are treated in this show behind the scenes and by the fandom. They just get treated like shit in my opinion, okay? But because we see more of Alia than we say Aeon, I think Alia gets treated worse because, like, it's the teens' fault. It's not just the teens' fault. It's also the fandom's fault in general, because this is where it goes back into this where y'all just are so mean to black women. Not only is the team mean to Alia, but y'all are. Like, most of y'all got trash Miraculous Ladybug takes in the first place. If you've been up the cartoon hotspot, Carific, Toon Ruins, what's the other one? Sarcastic Horus, Anime Plus. If you are not them, I really don't care what you gotta say about this show, because so many of y'all have very trash takes, okay? Especially when it comes to Alia, okay? I wish 75% of the people that speak on Alia's name would just shut the hell up. Just do it, because so many of y'all Alia traits are beyond garbage, and I'm gonna let you know why your takes are garbage, okay? So Alia, in my opinion, is one of the more behaved kids in the show. Like, she's just, I think people seem to forget that in general, Miraculous Ladybug, all of these are kids, like fairly young kids, like middle school, 8th grade, like that's like the age range. All of these are kids, they're fairly young, so of course they're gonna be fairly stupid, okay? But I think Alia is honestly one of the more well-behaved one of them in that bunch. But like, anytime Alia like fucks up, the fandom drags her to hell and back for it, okay? It's like they be dragging her by her what color's her red hair, her red dyed hair. It's like they be feeling like they can drag her up and down from hell to heaven, and it's just so annoying, okay? And y'all know I'm here to stand up for all women of color, okay? So with bringing points about the racism from the fandom towards Alia, I can't help but ignore the racism the fandom has towards Kagami and Marinette, who are both Asian. Marinette is half Chinese and Japanese. No, Marinette is half Chinese and Kagami is Japanese, okay? Because they do the same thing with all girls of color in this series, okay? Like, people are so quick to call out Alia for her mistakes, along with Marinette and Kagami, but they're not black, they're Asian, but they're still women of color. So I just technically needed to bring this up because the problem happens with them too, and I didn't want to make it seem like I was not standing up for the other girls of color in this series. So that's why I'm just briefly mentioning them right here. But they will literally, they are so quick to call out these three girls on their mistakes, who are all women of color, but they will make up numerous excuses for Chloe's behavior. They will make up numerous excuses for Adrian's behavior, who are both white, and they will also make up numerous excuses for Lila's behavior, who in my opinion is literally the most unredeemable character in this series, okay? She literally is the worst of the worst, and she's also white, okay? Realize that if you're white, people were literally trying to find excuses to humanize you, okay? That is just something that I have noticed so much, especially when I watch a lot of crime documentaries and things like that. People will always try to find ways to make the white K-worders as if they were good, decent people, when in reality they were K-worders. They're not good, okay? And I hate the fact that I think this. I have a whole video about Lila I'm gonna film right after this, but I hate the fact that I think this, but I felt as if like Lila was a person of color, people would not be so quick to defend her and her wrong actions. I just hate the way that I think that, because I notice, especially when it comes to a lot of other fictional black villains that I see in the media, that anytime she is a woman of color, people will find any excuse as to why they can drag her. Like, yes, drag her for what she did, drag her that she's wrong, but so many of them will take that and use that as an excuse to be racist. Like I said, y'all take so much of y'all dislike for black women in real life out on fictional characters and thinking nobody's gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you, okay? I'm an expert on being in fandom spaces. Don't play with me. Okay. So many fans in the Miraculous Ladybug fandom just like to take their dislike for women of color out on these three girls, and it's just really sad, okay? Like, Alia being the black girl, in my opinion, she kind of gets the worst, especially when Marinette left, because Marinette is in close proximity to whiteness, as she is half white. Her dad is white, her mom is Chinese, and when she was partnered up with Adrian, who's Cat Noir, for that one episode, people were throwing the biggest fits ever, and I was just like, Okay, like Bernadette already gets it bad enough where people think that she's not a good partner to Cat Noir, and a lot of that just spews from them not liking Asian women. But here, a lot of that spewed from them not liking black women when it came to, oh yeah, it was just extremely disgusting to see. And the last point I really want to bring up is the Descendants movies and the Gossip Girl reboot, because I think these two just really need to be talked about. And there's one thing about the Gossip Girl reboot that I haven't really seen anybody talk about outside of like fandom spaces on like Twitter and Tumblr, and I'm gonna sit here and explain why I just think this is a problem.
It's been a bit of a tough year. Okay, it's been the worst year of my life. I was Prince Ben's girlfriend, on the fast track to becoming his wife and the queen, until a little thing called Mal dropped in and ruined everything.
Hey. How would you like to come hang with us tonight?
So, both of these have black girls in it that act a damn fool, okay? I'm not about to sit here and defend the black girls for all their wrong actions because they're human just like us. They make mistakes, okay? So, but the way the audience reacts to these characters is really, really weird. And when I say the audience, I mean non-black people. Okay? Like, first with Descendants, there's Uma, the brown-skinned girl. She looks monoracially black. When you look at her, you see a black woman. And then you have Audrey, who is mixed, where you look at her for a minute and you realize she got some black in her, okay? So, fans of these movies, and that being racist Disney adults, and that just goes to just being racist people in fandoms in general, they act as if black women and women of color are not worthy of love, or they're not worthy of being loved, especially if that love is coming from a man that is not black, okay? So first example would be with harriyannahook, how they made it obvious in the movie, the second movie specifically, how he loved Uma. He was head over heels for her. He really, really did like her. And you can even read in the book that Harry liked her too. It's just Uma just kind of had a hard way expressing her feelings. But they did have great love for each other, okay? But the racist Disney adults were so stuck on the fact that Harry didn't like her like that, and he only saw her as a friend, and how he really was into Mal, and like, no, y'all are just making up shit right now. Like, no, Harry and Mal does not exist. Harry and Mal is not real. Go read them little books for yourself, and you'll see that Harry hates Mal. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Y'all, this little girl on TikTok tried to tell me that Harry was in the first book and he was in the classroom scene with Mal. First of all, Harry wasn't in the first book. Second of all, he hate her, and they don't even go to the same school. Mal with the Dragon Hall, harriyannahook with the Serpent Prep. I know my Descendants. Don't play with me. So like I said, if anything, Harry liked everybody but her, okay? He was literally flirting with everybody. Our little bisexual pirate was flirting some up, okay? Okay, so moving on from harriyannahook, we need to talk about this issue that pertains to Audrey and Ben's character. Well, in that video, I wish I did bring up this point, but that video was mainly just about like what was in canon, but here is just an observation on how the public responded to it, and it was very disturbing, okay? If you guys didn't know, that Audrey was Ben's girlfriend before he ended up going with Mal, okay? So Audrey wasn't a horrible girlfriend to him like Mal was, okay? They did disagree from time to time and whatnot, but their relationship was nothing like how Ben and Mal's were, okay? But people would rather ship Mal with Ben instead of Audrey, okay? Both of these are bad shit, by the way, because there was a lot of communication issues that went on with Audrey and Ben, with them not being honest with each other, and Ben and Mal was just a hot ass mess, okay? Disaster relationship, okay? We saw numerous times how awful Mal was to Ben. I really don't know why he wanted to marry her. I just can't get by. Ben, I love you, but I can't defend you on that right there. No, okay? Mal not only was just a bad girlfriend, she was just a bad friend. She was just a bad person in general, okay? Mal was just not good, okay? But people still made up excuses for her when they would not do the same for Uma and Audrey, okay? Moving on to my last point before I get into the closing out of this, we have to be the new Gossip Girl reboot, as it is way more diverse sexuality. Is that a word? it's diverse in both sexuality and race. Okay, yeah, okay. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one because this one is just really like a short, small issue that I noticed. But whenever people would talk shit about Zoya, Julian, and Monet, like white people and non-black people would jump in and the jokes would go from just jokes to just straight up racism, okay? That's why a lot of people was like, hey, you shouldn't say that. You're not black. Even black people shouldn't be saying things like this either, but you can't say that, okay, whatsoever, okay? And it just kind of proved my point about people thinking it's okay to talk shit about black women any kind of way, and they think they can talk to black women any kind of way, period. Okay, because when it comes to black women, this is just one thing I've noticed. Like, this is why people don't like us. This is why people don't like us, because they don't see us as equal. They don't see me as equal to a white man. That's just the ugly truth about it, okay? When it comes to black women, it's like we can't be flawed. It's like we can't have flaws, if that makes sense, okay? We have to be perfect. We gotta be perfect, okay? Because if we mess up even the slightest, people won't let us live down from it, okay? I know people gonna be mad about that entire little meltdown that I had in the beginning of filming this video, but I'm not perfect. I'm human. I make mistakes. I go through things. Like, see, I just messed up talking to me. I'm hurting right now, okay? But I still have to work. I enjoy doing YouTube, but I would much rather be resting right now, okay? I'm being very transparent right now with you guys about how I'm feeling. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like everything is perfect when it really isn't. But because I am in this condition, I know somebody's gonna have a problem with that. But people just don't seem to get that I gotta eat. I gotta pay bills. I gotta live. Like, yeah, I would much rather be resting right now, but I know I don't have the luxury of doing that, and people are still gonna see that as an issue, but I can't do nothing about that, okay? It's just sad that y'all have so many like high expectations for black women. How when white creators can get on camera with a whole nasty funky ass attitude and literally be cussing y'all out, they literally be cussing y'all out and going off to them, and you'll be like, oh, they just having a bad day, it's okay. But when a creator of color is literally not in the same mood, it's a whole different kind of story, and it's not okay. That's just something I really just needed to speak about, okay? So like I said, if we mess up, even like in the slightest, people just won't let us live down from it. I am so tired of that person with that go-kart going through our neighborhood all the time. I'm so sorry. Okay, but people won't even let us live down from it where we do mess up, and it feels like we aren't equal to everyone else in this world unless we are perfect. The only time black women are seen as perfect or equal to everyone else is if we're seen as perfect, as if we don't open our mouth, we don't speak up against things that are wrong to us and whatever. Like, why, like, everybody likes to talk about how those black girls that are like whitewashed, like the whitewashed black girls, the ones that literally let white people get away with treating them any kind of way. White people, they do that because they think that if they let white people speak to them and treat them any kind of way, that they'll be equal to them. And baby, no, do not, y'all, this is just for any like black people out here that got white friends that they let push them around. They pushing you around because they don't see you as equal, okay? Get you some new friends, boo, okay? Get you some new friends, okay? Like I said, no one, and I mean absolutely no one, is perfect, okay? And I mean that with my whole heart. We are all humans and we all should be treated equally, but because of white supremacy and the effect that it has on everyone, not just white people, non-black people of color, and just black people, that's just how it is, and it's just truly, truly sad. So my last statement that I'm gonna say about this is black women are no less than human than anyone else. And if you see that a black woman is beneath you, you got a lot of work on. So thank you guys for watching this video. As y'all saw, it was a struggle to get done, and I gotta record one more after this. Okay, well, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are watching this right now, most likely when this goes up, most likely gonna be probably the next day after filming this. If any of you guys are Atlanta based, or you guys plan on going to Anime Weekend Atlanta, I am going to be there. Okay, I'm gonna be there. Don't worry, I'm gonna be okay, y'all. I know a lot of people have just been worried about like my overall well-being, but going to this convention will really like lift my spirits. I'm very friendly. Don't come up to me with no mask on, but I will be at Anime Weekend Atlanta this coming week and weekend, and I really look forward to going. If you see me, say hi. I'm friendly. I'm most likely gonna have somebody with me for protection and things like that, but I'm nice, y'all. I'm very, very nice. Just don't be easy with me. I'm very fragile right now. But you guys would like to donate, I have a Patreon and I have a Ko-fi link, and I also have a Buy Me a Coffee link. Anything helps, really. It's all completely optional. If you sat through this entire video, thank you so much. Okay, what is next? I have merch like I mentioned earlier. This will be on the site Black Friday weekend. You can already go ahead and get this necklace. The Baku Squad and Deku Squad necklaces will also be there Black Friday too. I have so many other fun products that I have coming for this launch, and I can't wait for you guys to check them out. I have a web series called The Progenies. If you guys want to know how you can support me for free, just watch my show. Cute little low budget web series, nothing too special, but I'm very proud of what I made. I'm so happy that this is like the biggest project that I've ever made to date, and the most expensive project that I have made to date too. Like, y'all, I literally worked my ass off so bad this year to get the funding for it, and I'm still tired from having to work so hard to get the money, okay? But other than that, another way to support me for free is to follow me everywhere. My hair just doing what it wants today. Follow me on everything at Harriyanna, HARRIYANNA. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good night.
In my life, I'm blowing up, so don't hate, just congratulate.
The Powerpuff Girls will just blow your mind. Buttercup like villains 3 at a time. Bubbles will smile while kicking your butt, and Blossom will lead them out of their rut. Cherish and Powerpuff, 2 of a kind. Both wanna save the world before bedtimes. From Townsville, Memphis, New York to LA, the Powerpuff Girls are just here to stay. They coming through and fighting, and everyone they're shocking. You know no one can stop them all because of the chemical X. They coming through and fighting, and everyone they're shocking. You know no one can stop them all because of the chemical X. They coming through and fighting, and everyone they're shocking. You know no one can stop them all because of the chemical X. They coming through and fighting, and everyone they're shocking.